Welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome, one and all. I am your ringmaster. Hey, and welcome Papa Pete with his delicious-looking brew right there.
Lawnmower Blonde from Big Tide, St. John, New Brunswick.
Nice. And a nice Demon Attack box right there. I got my brand new opened one that everything fell out of the bottom. But look at that, brand new. And Jeff from Go Game Go with a great Papa Pete shirt on.
I put my Demon Attack back downstairs. But you know what? Pete mentioned this last week. I've got the cover that has the pterodactyls.
Yeah.
But then he mentioned that this could happen. My cartridge and my manual are both the robot dinosaurs.
Oh, I didn't even check mine.
So yours was sealed. Yeah, check yours, Chuck. See if the theory's right.
I think I saw it.
Still plugged into my Intellivision down here. Hold on. Wow.
Is it a mix?
So wait, that's the.
You got the dinosaur one.
So I got the dinosaur cart.
But you got the pterodactyl cover.
With the pterodactyl cover. Okay, so then let's look at the.
Where's your
manual?
And
sealed?
the manual is a dinosaur.
Huh.
And I got. Yeah, go ahead.
It's a friggin' mystery.
So Magic was just mixing and matching themselves.
Dude, I got so much stuff in this. There's so many catalogs and advertisements. It's unbelievable. The Atari one's in here.
I'm not going to bet that there were cartridges and manuals with the pterodactyl logo on them, but I swear I've seen them online.
Yeah, look at this, man.
Oh yeah,
Got all great. Those, and then you got. that is the Atari side. Yeah, Riddle the Sphinx and everything. Trick Shot.
Those were so awesome back in the day. Used to love always hope you get a new manual, something different, right?
Yeah, like I used to love looking. I remember as a kid, and they don't have the classic one, but that classic one with the family all like this. It was like the black manual and then the TV in front of the TV. I'd get so happy because they'd update them every once in a while. So when one of our games got that, because obviously there's no internet, and that was just a awesome thing to get that as a kid and look through and go, I want this game. Oh, I want this game. And yeah, they have another one in here too. Oh, this is one with Dracula. Look at this. Truckin'. Right here, they got the Dracula, Truckin', Nova Blast. What is that one? Oh, Tropical Trouble, Nova Blast, Dracula, Truckin'. Then Whitewater, Safe Tracker, all that type of stuff. Anyways, let me see who's in chat here. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, that one. I love that one. Oh, that's right. The astronaut's on there too. Or is he the Space Hawk?
There's a blue one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Hey, Kurt's in the house. Mr. Jeff Davis, how you doing? E. King, how you doing? 1968 Camaro, how are you today? Christopher Westerman. Of course, we got PJ Smith. And back from the dead. What is happening? Thanks, everyone, for being here. So we had this Demon Attack challenge, and well, now I know what everybody did. I will say I did not do well. I plugged it in, which was cool because I played it on my original console, or on a System 3, and got it to work, the capture to work. And I played a couple games first, and I noticed that I forgot because I kind of as a kid just jumped into it and probably didn't read many manuals. I rarely did, and I realized on the overlays and on the instructions, there's like 4 different levels you can play at. Yeah. You can do advanced, advanced, regular, or regular with tracer bullets and advanced with tracer bullets.
Yes.
So I think I did regular speed with tracers because I like the kind of way how if you move, they would kind of go towards. And then I also noticed, because I always use the side buttons to fire, but if you read in the manual, once you start a game, you just press any number on the keypad and it'll do an auto fire and never have to touch the button. So it's
I didn't notice that. Didn't say that. I was just holding the side button in.
Which is what I usually do. And I was like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. So I pressed it. I was like, cool. Now I just use it like Astro Smash. Just go back and forth,
First thing I did, auto fire. It was like, I'm not wearing out my thumb.
Right. That's why I was like, oh my God, that's so much better. But I used to literally fire with my thumb. Like I wouldn't even, I think maybe I did hold it down. I can't remember. I don't.
What's interesting, when you have auto fire, you have to kind of in your head, you know, when the missiles come out at what like interval, so you're trying to time your movement like under the alien with that auto fire, which is kind of neat.
I found that the auto fire I'd use most of the time, but then when it would get down to points where you'd have to sort of try to really aim the shots because it was so blessed hard to hit some of them, especially later levels. That's why I liked holding it in, but my hands even get tired holding it in.
Well, how was pool last night? I didn't play. Did I play? Oh, I did play pool up at the bar. That's right. I was like, because I was up at the bar first. Yeah, I was just saying that yesterday. We had quite an evening. I had quite a few beers last night, so I'm feeling fantastic in my head right now. Yeah, no, pool was fine, and then a few of the girls and the owners from the bar actually came by and played darts all night with me. We played Silver Strike bowling, darts, and air hockey. I got a new air hockey table. Not new, but a new old one. Sewer Sam. I don't know. I have it, and I've seen the gameplay. For its time, it was pretty decent, I guess. I guess that was the interface one. Yeah, with the red cartridge.
Yeah.
But I never played it too much, though, I guess.
I don't think I've ever played it. I don't think I've ever heard anything good about it. But there are 2 versions of the cartridge. That's why I have this one kicking around, because I had cool. Just the cartridge once, and I got a box copy. And then I realized the 2 carts were different. There's
and
this
blockade one runners like that,
and then there's a text only version.
There are advantages to not using auto fire, being able to time the shots better. Yeah, I think I did that more as a kid, where I was actually kept pressing, because sometimes you'd press them and they just kind of get in that right groove. I think it's satisfying that when you hit stuff and dissolve it, it's like very pixely, computery style like sound effects. Way different than the 2600, because I played both, but like, which is years of which I don't know how good I'd be at that too. But anyways, yeah, I like it. I like the game. It's a cool looking game. Hey, Canadian Gamer, how is it going? Good to see you, sir. PJ says, are you aware of any individual or company that would mod my Intellivision for me? I know it would have a level of cost, but it's a must, I feel. Yeah, I feel that too. I'm trying to do it myself, and look at me. I'm kind of stuck because I'm not a soldering guy, and I'm still haven't got to removing that heat shield. Like I tell you what, if that heat shield wasn't like it almost welded like the way it is, with so much solder points around it, that to the point where you have to be very careful and get a desoldering iron and all this stuff. If it had that off, I'd already make the 3 solder joints probably and be done with it. It's just it's getting that thing off. You know, I was hoping the one I opened would have it missing, because sometimes they'll get repaired and they'll just keep them off or have it separated, and it wasn't, unfortunately.
There's got to be places online to search and look for that are genuine, bona fide, will do that work for you. Really, there has to be somebody.
Yeah, I mean,
YouTube videos, that's for sure.
That's what I'm going for. I think it was was it Sinister Moon that comes in the chats? I think he did a video. I think it was him that did a video. Someone that I was watching, and they did the mod, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to follow that and do it. So I'm like, all there, got the jacks drilled in. I got the wires set up to be soldered, but I just got to get that heat shield, or that RF shield, they call it.
I'm like you, Chuck. I got all the stuff I need to do it. I got solder. I ordered today, and it's like,
just sit.
I don't want to destroy anything because I'm not solderer. I'm not. So
the little cable, like the teeny wires they have in there for like the controller and the ribbon, and I'm like, I got everything I'm like going to pull it, and I'm like, oh, okay, like I don't want to break it. You know, it's so delicate inside, but they obviously last pretty long. Canadian Gamer says a beer sounds great right now. Actually, fresh out. I think that's what I actually need. I might go up and have a meal up there and actually have one beer just to get my my head to stop like throbbing. Anyways, someone could make a killing. Yeah. I think there's probably people. There used to be people that did it. I really still need to do my ultimate flashback.
I'll be quite frank. I don't think he will be able to do it for you, or really wants to get into it. But go to the Intellivision Collector website, and if you buy some stuff from him, ask him who may do it, because he has a lot of parts and he has a lot of knowledge, and he may be very happy to just say, hey, yeah, a buddy of mine does it. He'll do it for, I don't know how much it would cost. I would think it would cost at least $50 plus shipping. I don't know. I
Yeah,
have no idea how much work is involved, really. But plus your parts, I don't know. Probably he may be able to help you out though. So it's a good source for info too from Luke. So
to go to Intellivision Collector.
Yeah, just ask him. Because he's got a.
Has he done them Ultimate Flashbacks before?
Not Ultimate Flashbacks. I'm talking about just doing them all.
Oh, for modding original. Yeah, I'd be fine with modding the original. Yeah.
Yeah, I would just mod it. But yeah, the Ultimate Flashback. I don't know if he's doing it again or not. I think it was Lance who was talking about how he was sort of just shut down for a while because boards were hard. Were Raspberry Pis hard to get to?
I don't know. Raspberry Pis are easy to get, actually. I just wouldn't know how to wire those the original controllers into it. You know, if I knew that, I would have done that with my arcade, and that's kind of what I wanted to use it mostly for. But
yeah, PJ, I have no idea. I threw that number out there because I don't think if you know what you're doing, I don't think it takes very long to do it. But I tell you, probably more work setting everything up to doing it, and cleaning everything up. There'd be more time in setting up and cleaning up than actually doing it, I believe.
Back from the Dead says, I'm drinking a beer called Moon Man from New Glarus Brewing Company. You can only buy it in Wisconsin because they don't ship outside the state. No kidding. Yeah, we got a ton of local ones. We have a summer one. I think I've mentioned it before. Like every summer here in Michigan, it's called a Oberon, and it has like a big sun on it. It's like this teal blue with bright orange, and it's delicious. It's like if you took a Blue Moon, but you added a little higher alcohol content and a little more bitter, but not in a bad way. Like just has more of a bite to it, but a really good citrus summer beer. Like, I love it. Like I had one last night. I had a few last night actually, but they're good. I love
3, didn't you, Chuck?
Yeah, a few is 3 an hour. I probably
this is what he looked like at 4 a.m.
That was me. They woke me up going, "Hey, you want to get McDonald's?" I just my jaw hanging open. Yeah. One says, all you really got to do is pry it and heat it, and you'll break the solder joint. Then let it cool. I'm probably just gonna have to get at it. I don't know why I'm so scared. Like I just don't want to ruin an Intellivision, but at the same time, you did it on your Sears, okay? Yeah, because that way I'd really like to capture more homebrew stuff. I mean, I can do this crazy setup, but I don't want to have this. Like right now, I have a big VCR with my keyboard on top of it here and my Intellivision underneath. But yeah, I want to play all these like I want to do like a whole Wizard of War thing. I want to stream with it, Yeah, that sucks that they're not doing the Ultimates anymore. Then that's.
But somebody say they actually are not doing them anymore?
Oh, I thought that's what you said, or was I thinking of something else?
No.
Oh, okay.
Lance said he's like not right now because he can't get the stuff to do it.
That's what it is. Okay.
It's on hiatus.
Oh, okay.
The expectation is that again in the future you'll be able to get it done.
Oh, then that's good. Then
it's a temporary thing, is my understanding. Gotcha. You remember Lance talking about that, Jeff?
It does sound familiar. Yeah, I guess everything's getting hard to find right now.
Yeah.
Right. parts, and more parts. Speaking of more parts, that was a terrible segue. Let me pull up our gameplay footage. Let's see. Our director. All right, let me. Share screen. So we're gonna throw Anticipation.
We all got the poppy peep on the phone.
So this is well.
Sweet Jesus, get that thing going.
So this is okay. Perfect. This is Jeff's. Where we go. And
right off my phone.
I hated those things.
Those are I hate those too. I call them like the bugs. Like they're just so sporadic. They have no pattern really. I mean, I'm sure they do, but it's very erratic pattern. And they got the dive bombers there.
Yeah, I didn't like them at all.
Now Jeff, is this on your television too?
No, my original television.
Original, awesome.
Yep. Yeah, you can see me off to the side.
Right.
And the reflection.
44,600.
I did all right in this one.
You did really good, man. I'm pretty sure you did better than me. I can't remember.
The problem was at the end, I was going really well, and I had 4. I think
this is.
Oh, this is the very end.
Yeah, you're at 0 right here, and you run into that one bullet right to the left. I think.
Right before this, I had
right there.
Right before
6,000.
I had 4 lives, and I died 3 times within like 10 seconds.
Well, when I first started, because I had to shake the rust off, like I kept restarting my video because I was like, boom, 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 and I was dead. It was literally like less than 30 seconds. I was like, all right, I need to just do a couple practice runs because I am not doing good on this. Okay, let's throw up. Whoops, as now my power director just opened. No, I don't want that. I'm the worst when it comes to this stuff. Can we close? There we go. All right.
Ibuprofen and Pedialyte for a hangover. Yes, sir.
Pedialyte.
Pedialyte.
Some helpful hints there.
Baby Gatorade right there. Always had Pedialyte in the house when the kids got sick.
All right. There it is. Okay. Share screen window and Mr. Pete's video. Here we go. I love the way that resolution looks on that too, man. Like it's so nice.
That's really nice.
Yeah, that's the ultimate flashback right there, you know. Yeah. And this game doesn't lose anything from it not being analog.
Right. Back in the day, to see those graphics on an Intellivision was so cool.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it kind of looks like a Nintendo, you know. Love it. And that was number 2. By the way, check out his score right now. He's at 7,405.
Man.
And that was the big end right there.
That was a nice run there, Pete.
Right?
If you get by that one, there's another type of missile that comes out from the enemies, though, which I was really trying to get.
Yeah.
The guided missile. It's very similar to, like I said in my video, very similar to ASTROSMASH. Very similar to Space Armada in that way.
Yeah. Let's see. Where am I?
Yeah.
Did I not upload? Oh, there I am. It's like I knew I uploaded mine. Yeah, right there. Share screen window.
Big Block was just talking about the difference between the 2 versions, Atari and Intellivision.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, let me catch up. King says Pete's cat has a big foot.
Right there.
Beauty the Beast has the yeah.
Hey, we haven't got our poll up this week yet.
I'm halfway into it because I'm keeping Beauty and the Beast and Space Hawk on there.
Right on.
But the other 2 we'll have to figure out what other 2 we're going to put in there.
Sure.
How many practice runs do we do? I always do, like, if I haven't played it in years, which is the thing with this one, I try to do a couple just to kind of get it, or it would have been a very short video. It would have had like 20 points or something. You know, like,
I played a game first.
The boss.
I played a couple full runs, and then I did a whole bunch of played for about 30 seconds, and I was doing terrible, so I just restarted immediately.
Oh my
Big
God,
Block said about the Atari version. I said I'm gonna do Atari. I'm gonna do another OG on Atari there probably tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe I might do it. But then I got
That'd be
looking.
cool.
I
That'd be
streamed
neat to
it
see.
once. I think I got 3 different videos on Demon Attack on there right now. I did a review of it many moons ago, about 3 years ago. And we got a couple different gameplays on the Atari version.
Nerves, here come the nerves. like the music helps. Yeah, it does have some intense music. First death. Wow. All right, here we go. Pick this up, guys. And all you gals watching. There we go.
Oh yeah, you're using tracer bullets. That's right.
Yeah, I selected game 1 on mine.
They're freaking me out, man. Yes.
There you go.
I was so happy that I actually got one boss down. Nice sweeping motion. Oh, I'm dead. I'm so dead. Look at that. Like, that's as far as I got. How sad. There it is. My awful, pathetic entry.
I'm going to say this, Chuck. I think tracer bullets are more difficult in this one.
Yeah, it's different. Like, I think I can't remember how I originally played, but because I did tracer. You guys both did just regular fixed fire.
The standard game number 1 is just a straight fire. Then the second version is the tracer.
I probably should have done that, but yeah, I did the tracers. Yeah, they do. They're at one point it was like when those bugs came out, the red bugs that I call.
Yeah,
like those. It felt like when I moved, it almost made it go around them because they were so sporadic. And I'm like, well, it's kind of going around them instead of actually hitting
exactly.
Them.
The tentacled terrorists.
Right. Oh man, Canadian Gamer. I'm not sure which one is the. You know what? What I might have to throw a wrench on you to then I'll be able to tell who's you and who's the other guy.
There have been 2.
Yeah, I guess there's 2 in here. I don't know which one's which because they both have the same exact logo.
This is a classic sitcom situation where someone has a double and you're not sure who is who. So you have to ask them questions to prove who they are.
Right, yeah. What do you know about it says I actually can ask him something like that. King says I think DJ said no, I was on the regular level, but I had the tracer bullets, which I guess I think now that Pete's saying it probably was a little harder. We'll go with that and say that's why I wasn't as good, right?
Let's do that.
Astroblast Phoenix was great on the 2600. I like that. Yep. Of course, there was a lawsuit, right? I talked about the lawsuit in my Demon Attack Atari review. Atari did sue them because they had the rights to Phoenix. And
oh wow, I didn't even think of that. Yeah,
they didn't win their lawsuit, but a magic settled out of court, so there had to have been some sort of culpability there, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Here, this is for Lance.
Whoa.
There we go.
This is a repro. It's not the original.
It's still pretty cool, though.
It's still neat.
Numb Thumb Club.
Oh, there's Lance. Did he just get here?
Yeah,
I believe so. So anyways, let's see. What was it? Oh yeah, the poll. So let me go back to the poll. So I got Space Hawk, Beauty and the Beast, and we had a couple suggestions. As Lance was saying, Shark, but I think we talked about that. That game will never end. Like you'll get like 30 guys in reserve. It'll be like a 5-hour video. That's the only problem with Shark is that you just stockpile those guys.
I know. Okay, I find it hard.
Really? I mean, we could throw it on there
recently, right?
We could throw it on there, and but it's I'm to the point. I think I might get to the point where like after an hour, I'll be like, I'm done. Like I'll just
okay,
yeah, because I've stockpiled them up there. I'm pretty good at killing the shark too. I go
that's like ASTROSMASHED, right?
Yeah, that's another one. I've played almost 2.5 hours to get my top score in ASTROSMASH, which I think was almost 400,000. It was like 380 some thousand. Which is not even like I know that there's like stuff out there that's even better than that. That's for sure. Yeah, Pete did win 2 weeks in a row. That is for sure. Was there an Atlantis 2 on Intellivision? No, there was not.
No.
That'd be a great homebrew, though.
But there's one we could do, too.
Ooh, Happy Trails. I don't know. It depends if we all have Happy Trail. What were you saying? What
I know,
one?
Jeff, you have the most amazing copy of Happy Trails.
I do. I definitely have Happy Trails.
Okay.
At least I think it is. I'm told it's Happy Trails.
Is it?
And
handy?
I never really jumped into that, so I'll add that.
Me neither. But I did send Jeff a copy of Happy Trails.
That's awesome.
That's the one
So
that
we
the
just
cover
need
is pretty wiped off. It's just destroyed for some reason. It's kind of funny.
So we just need a fourth one. Ooh, Lance says Frogger. Does everybody have Frogger, though?
I don't think I have Frogger. Oh, I do have Frogger.
Do you?
I do. It's on my list.
Okay. Wow, that's actually pretty. What do you guys think of that? What do you think about Frogger? Kurt says pinball, too. But it depends if, pinball's on the flashback, though, too. I think, yeah, it should be.
Frogger is not on any of the other systems, so we'll all have to have it. I'm good with Frogger. I'm good with Burger Time. Who wasn't good with Burger Time? I'm terrible at Burger Time, but I'm good with doing it for the challenge.
I have the card.
Yeah, Burger. Yeah, we got to put Burger Time on there. You're right, because that was one that didn't get voted from last time. All right, so we got Space Hawk, Beauty and the Beast, Happy Trails, and Burger Time, and we are throwing the chat, or the poll is live.
There it is.
Oh man, we keep forgetting about bowling. PGA golf would have been a good one too. I mean, there's always we'll add those on to next week.
We'll
PBA
have to have a
bowling.
sports night, though. Have to have a sports night where all the choices are sports games.
That would be cool.
If you come up with 4.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely, like bowling and obviously I don't think we could play football, but we could do or base. Well, you could do one player baseball. The 3D dude, it did. It did. It's funny because everybody's like, yeah, that's from 1993 or 94. I'm like, but it was a computer port before that went to the 3DO, so it's even dated before that. But yeah, pretty cool. I have fun playing it though. I love my 3DO. It's got some crappy games, but I made a list because there was like over 300 games. Isn't that crazy? It was like over 300 games for the 3DO or something. It's like I didn't even, but a ton of them were in Japan too.
I was gonna say, was that North America? Because that seems like a
no, most of them were Japan, and then they had a ton of adult titles, which were basically just like full motion adult videos, like on a CD or on a game. It wasn't even really a game. Pitfall would have been cool too. Lock and Chase, that's another one. That's right, pinball is on the Evercade.
Oh yeah, then we.
I just want to thank 3 of you for inspiring me to buy an Intellivision console to play these fun games. Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, Demon Attack's really fun. Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
This has been my system for 40 years, and
sports.
I've been following it ever. I've never really stopped following it. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot to follow. Actually, there always was. It was age, right? There was always a lot to follow.
Yeah.
With what Keith Robinson did.
Yeah, I'd say I was always paying attention. Like I knew when the flashback, they were like getting ready to put the flashback out. I was waiting for it to hit the store shelves, and I went and bought like 4 of them. And passed them out as like my 4 really good friends. I gave them as Christmas gifts. Yeah, because we would always sit in my garage and play this. So I now I wish I would have held on to all 4, right?
I was back into it by then. Yeah, when the handheld ones come out, I wasn't as into it. Were you? Did you play those much in the day?
No, not at all. Like I remember putting it in, going, "This looks like crap." It don't even look. They couldn't even get it right or something. I have them all. Obviously, they're all here now, but I get them there just because I love the logo and the look.
Absolutely.
But even like these LCD ones, they're just rebranded with a name. It's not like it's none of them. Some of them aren't even real games. There's like the one was like Black Belt Karate Intellivision. I'm like, what is that? And then they got they have this one says Space Armada Pinball and Auto Racing. In football, and then this one's Sea Battle and Hover Force, but they're literally nothing like those games. Oh, that's Black Belt Battle right here. Yeah, so it's kind of stupid the way they did that, but of course I'm going to collect it.
Lance has a great idea for to go with the sports night, the auto racing. You could do that.
Yes, I did like that. The best time on first track, you pick the car. I'm definitely down for that for sure. Yeah, Big Block says, yep, I'd second that. I was an Atari and ColecoVision kid, so never really played into it until recently. Yeah. See, I never got into ColecoVision. I'd like to try it, but I mean, obviously it's going to be weird if I've never played them, but maybe it would be awesome. I don't know. I almost got one of their flashbacks, but I didn't.
Big Block, we have not done Lock and Chase yet.
Nope.
That'll probably come in the days to come.
Burger Time is a classic.
I really enjoy the ones that are very independent from, like, Intellivision independence, not just ports to the Intellivision of
right.
That's been on every other system. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't try them. We'll play them and stuff, but my favorites are always ones that you're not going to see anywhere else. Like Thunder Castle was amazing.
Oh yeah,
that was a ton of fun for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, so right now we only got 18 votes so far, but like Beauty and the Beast is way ahead at 42%. Burger Time trailing a little bit at 32%. Space Hawk at 16. Darn it. I really want to play some Space Hawk. I might just play Space Hawk. Happy Trails at 11%.
Eventually we'll pick Space Hawk. Just leave it on there forever.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I know. Then it'll just be every option Space Hawk, and there's only one option to answer at the end of it.
Week number 124, and we got 2 games left, and it's Space Hawk and Word Fun, and Word Fun wins.
Oh yeah, the NTV2 controllers. I'm not a fan of them either. I actually sold my NTV2 because, or my Intellivision 2, I should say. But I mean, I like the look of it. It's such a nice little looking unit. It's just, it's just that I like the original. If they had the original controllers built onto that, then it would have been a better system. But yeah, they just seem to be. Yeah, there it is. It almost looks like a Nintendo, Nintendo Intellivision. Yeah, right. If we could play on a live stream
in Halifax. I've never actually hooked it up and got it running, but I do have a power block cord anyway. It needs some healthy love because the buttons are really seized.
My Intellivision 2 works just fine. It's just the controller. The controllers are pretty bad.
Thunder Castle Reimagined. Oh, dude, if they did it kind of like that new Night Stalker looked, and do that like kind of like that crazy retro, but like reimagined stuff like that. Yeah, a Thunder Castle version of that would be sweet. That would be sweet. Locomotion and Happy Trails were just two different brands. I think one was Konami and the other one was like Data East, I think.
I am going to start working on a pickup video after we get done here tonight on where I do get another one of the 125.
Oh, wow.
A little bit of a sneak preview. I have another 125 coming.
And Wait, Pete, are you down to less than 10?
I was down to 9. We are now down to 8. So watch for that the next couple of days. I want to get it. It's not a long video because I did just a couple things in it. And that's the highlight. And really, man, to get 125 games now, pretty rough. Pretty rough.
This is a great idea. 1-inch Bicep says use the Sears controller on the Intellivision too. So I'd say look for like a broken Sears system, like sold for parts, and take the controllers off of it and plug, because those controllers will probably hold up a lot longer than the system. And then you plug. Yeah, I guess it must have the same plug. I'm guessing it probably does.
That's just like a regular old Atari 2600 9-pin jack.
Yeah,
that looks the same.
So can I hook a Genesis controller up to there?
Maybe.
Because you can. I think you can do a Genesis on an Atari.
Yes.
What was the one no, one of those fries something out, but I don't know if it's that. I think that was either because if you plug it into a 3DO, which has the 9, because my 3DO, here's my wireless. Yeah, see, my 3DO looks like that, but I think one of them they use as power, or it's something switched, so you can't plug a Genesis controller or something in there because it will fry something out.
Oh man.
So that's why I'm like, I'd be scared, but like I guess you just have to look up online and see if people have done it.
Yeah, let somebody else be the guinea pig.
Dude, I've seen this, Canadian Gamer. I've seen the old school. There was a guy on YouTube. I don't remember. It was years ago, but he hooked up like a 360 controller with a Bluetooth setup and rewired the whole inside of his original old school Intellivision. And you basically could pull up, you could use the original controllers or the actual Xbox controller, and it was wireless. And he had like all these LEDs in it and everything. It lit up blue. And I was like, dude, but he it was just a passion project for himself. He wasn't making them because people were like, oh, we will pay whatever for this. It looks so cool to have a modern controller. Yeah. So it's just most of the games need the keypad. So it's like, that's the only bad thing about emulating it. Okay, maybe the Series controller has yeah, it must be the same. That's what I'm guessing. It sticks out a bit because the plug isn't bent, but it's not a big deal if you ain't worried about how it looks. Yeah, if you just plug it in, and obviously they're not going to dock in there. I definitely would know that, but that is kind of neat, man. If they work, that's awesome. ColecoVision had Atari and some joysticks, so I use Atari joysticks in games with one button hardcore keypad on the Coleco. Okay, so like you can switch Atari and Coleco. Hey, what's happening? Love the avatar, by the way.
Yes.
Should have bought that when I talked to my D9 to USB. Really? Huh. Yeah, that's the whole thing about these. Is like, they're so hard to like any type of emulation. I love Coco just going, what's going on? What's going on back there? Yeah, just any of the emulation. That's what's really bad is like you can't when you have functions directly on that pad, especially for the sports games. Like maybe other than hockey, you can't like a football. You can't do a game of football or baseball without having that keypad. It's impossible.
Yep.
Unless they literally made like a highlighted, like you throw the ball and it highlights to the nearest player, and then I didn't even, only a few years ago I learned that you could actually change where your people are on the field and save it on baseball. Did you know that?
I don't think something
You
sounds
can
vaguely
move them.
familiar, but it's not a big change, is it?
No, I mean, you could say you want it, you could put your outfielders wherever you want them to be.
Yeah.
So if you're playing against someone that kind of keeps hitting it to the right or whatever, but you could actually bring them all in field and set them all around the pitcher and then lock it, and they'll play that, and they'll always go back to that position.
I did not know that. No,
it was the funniest thing. I did not know it either. And we were camping. I was using it on the flashback, and I was hitting some buttons or something, and I accidentally threw past someone, and so he's like, I'm gonna get the base now, and I'm going to pick it up, and then I accidentally hit a button and it hit another one, and my guy stopped. And then we restarted to go to pitcher, and the guy's still sitting next to the pitcher. I'm like, what did I do? And then we looked it up and found out you can actually move your people and program them to stand wherever you want them to be. I was like, wow, if that's the case, I'm bringing my outfielders all in by the bases, so nothing will get out there. And then that way I have an easier way to throw home and faster.
Right.
But I never revisited that, but I just remembered
That's cool. I've checked that out.
Yeah.
Intellivision baseball with the shift back in the
shift
around 1980 or so, huh? That's pretty impressive.
Let's see what else we got here. The adapter I have is called the 2600 adapter. It works with any D9 connector and in TV, and is included in that. Okay.
I've looked at those because one of the most difficult things I find is to get a friggin' paddle controller to work in emulation. And that's the way that you can do it with this.
Yeah.
With this 2600 adapter. Yeah. Or I think that's probably the same place I'm thinking of. You tell me, Extra Sanderson, if it is or not, because I found a website and I kind of, you find stuff. I got to go back to that. I don't know if I ever went back to it, for Pete's sakes, but I've always wanted to find some good way to use a friggin' paddle, an Atari paddle with emulation.
I bought some Atari paddles and they did not work on my Retron 77. But I don't know if they just don't work or if it's because of the Retron 77. I'm not sure.
Now, you bought regular Atari paddles?
Yeah, official Atari paddles.
Well, they're analog. They're not going to work in a digital system, right?
Is that why? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there controllers all digital now on the Retron?
Yeah. I mean, that's just emulation. Everything's digital. That's why, you play any sort of emulator, whether it's like my RetroPie right here, whatever. I play Atari games on that. But how in Space Invaders with the joystick playing on the original system. And I did a lot of comparison videos for old guys and old games at the beginning, where I would play for Atari IO challenges, and I'd play in my emulation. Then I'd play on the original system and record with the camera. And it was just amazing the better control you have with that analog joystick. Phenomenal how much better control you have.
Well, and that's how they're tended to be played anyways.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was when they were designed, right?
Yeah. Television Pac-Man. Yeah, I have it. I don't know if Jeff has that. Do you have Pac-Man?
I don't.
Okay. I have the Ms. Pac-Man homebrew too. I want to do a thing on that and see how far I can get, because I'm pretty good at that one. I got it to use a Sega trackball with my computer. Okay, yeah, because it's obviously it's 9-pin to USB.
But there's more. Is that thing that he's talking about? It's got dip switches and everything on it to adjust it for different types of controllers, so it does the adjustment and feeds the information.
I'd have to look into that, maybe read up on it. But I love the idea of using an NTV2 and then using the Sears controllers on it. Best emulation controls using my Sears controllers with a classic controller to interface to USB with nostalgia on Windows XP. Really, controls were great. Or real controls were great. Exactly. Are there any upscaler options readily available for the Intellivision, the ColecoVision for that matter, or do you guys just use CRT? I use that. I still use flat. I'll use it on a flat screen, but I'll use that adapter. Got it right here. We just unscrew it. So I run it through a VCR to stream, but I mean, you can hook this up just to a flat screen too. But so it's this thing. So you got the coaxial cable.
Yeah.
And you screw that on, and it plugs the single RF cable that comes out of an Atari or Intellivision, and then you plug that into the cable port of your flat screen. But yeah, that's the thing I always use.
That's what I used on my flat screen. I do have a RetroTink 2X Mini that allows you to. Oh shoot! I can't do it on this because I need an RCA connection, so it wouldn't work with that.
Yeah, I need to get I want to get an Elgato streaming device so I can actually get a little bit better with my streams and stuff like that. Because I have an HDMI I have RF to HDMI adapter, so I can do old stuff. I just gotta, like for this, I had to run it through VCR, and then for the flashback, I can just plug into the adapter. It has a little better picture, but it's still.
Chuck, I've been using this cheapo thing since I started the channel.
That's what I use. Like that's what I have right now, but it's been giving me. I think it's been giving me some more problems than most.
I think mine might be dead because I can't get anything to stream anymore. So I'm looking same thing as you are. I'm looking to get an Elgato.
Yeah, it's just like there's like the ones that are, the decent ones are like $100 or $189 or something like that for like a refurbished one. King says there's 2 different kinds of Atari paddles. Yeah, unit has dip switches to choose.
8500 and regular ones.
What the paddles? Well, I only mean there's the racing controllers, and then there's the regular paddles. If that's what you mean, like the racing controllers come with Indy 500.
Yeah, they spin all around, don't they?
They spin all around, and your other paddles have actually a limit.
Have a stop, right?
Yeah. Driving controllers is what they're called. Yeah.
I remember seeing someone do this. Made a double action modded controller, so they run controller 1 and 2 into one controller.
Yes.
So you could actually run and shoot on Deadly Discs and on Night Stalker, I believe.
Yeah. Paul Derminen works on those and makes those as well.
Same one for my ColecoVision, very cheap. Wonder if there's something other than that. It for a better picture is modding it. You can get a little mod kit, which will do like RCA jacks into it, so you have a video and audio out. It does help a little bit, but it's still not going to be HDMI. If you want that, then you'd kind of go to those modded flashbacks that people basically put a Raspberry Pi inside the flashback.
Yep.
With Intellivision emulation, and you get a bunch of cool games in the whole collection and then some. But then it works with the original controllers, or the flashback controllers. But yeah, no, that's cool. Okay, let's check this poll and see how we're doing here.
I think we're gonna have a clear. Well, no, it's a little closer than it was before, but I think we still got a clear winner so far.
Yeah, I think so too. And I'm kind of excited because I haven't played that in a while, and it's one of my favorite games. So yeah, right now we're at Beauty and the Beast. So I'm gonna I'm gonna let it go for one more minute. So at 7:58 Eastern here, I am going to cut the poll. So if anyone hasn't voted, next high score challenge, we have Space Hawk, Beauty and the Beast, Happy Trails, and Burger Time. Right now, Beauty and the Beast in the lead, Burger Time trailing just behind. Space Hawk at only 19%, and Happy Trails at only 7%. I would have been interested in Happy Trails. Space Hawk, I gotta almost do a video on Space Hawk. I don't know why I'm all about that, Rel. I think it was because I didn't know of it back in the day, and I think as in my 20s or something when I think it was on the Xbox Intellivision Lives, and I was playing it, and I was like, oh man, I remember this. Maybe just like maybe trying it once, going, this sucks, I don't like it, but going back and like going, okay, I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna read the instructions, see what's going on. I really had a good time with Space Hawk, and I had a couple good runs on it. And then, it's just a weird control, like it's not as fluent or smooth as Asteroids. And although it has the feel and sound of AstroSmash, it's a really weird one. It's really weird. But okay, that's exactly what happened. It's Beauty and the Beast, guys. It's Beauty and the Beast. So I'm excited on that one. I don't know how many buildings you cleared back in the day, but it gets bad. First you got the splitting boulders, and then after that it's just pandemonium on there. Let's see. Whoops, I'm in the wrong. There we go. Catch up here. What is happening? Why am I not seeing? That's weird. I'm like not seeing certain comments for some reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I got both windows open. I got the other one.
Yeah. I'm seeing them all.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's weird. You got Beauty and the Beast as well. Yeah, that's all. That's awesome. We got more. More people need to like kind of play along, and then you just post them in chat once you get them. For next week. If anyone's got Beauty and the Beast, let's all play. We demand a recount.
Yeah. Well, come back and vote for what you want next week.
Yeah.
It'll be up there.
Yeah. It'll be Space Hawk. I'll still be on there. Space Hawk's been on there, I think, for what is this, the third week it's been on there?
At least.
Yeah. I say eventually, if you guys don't want it, it's going to be the only option when it comes down to it. Because I was thinking, because there's so many, like, Ice Trek would be a crazy one to play. I know that's kind of challenging, too, to try to build the Ice Trek when you're trying to do the bridge and sling the...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my... Sometimes you're just so... tedious that you'd want to throw your controller. I'd love to play some homebrews.
We're missing one important one that I know somebody just got is Worm Womper.
Right.
See, I don't have Worm Womper though.
You don't have it? I thought you had it too.
That's the only one I'm missing from Activision is Worm Womper. I got everything else.
Get a hold of Luke.
Yeah, I played over the weekend.
I need to get. I was going to buy Thin Ice from him, but when I got all that stuff at Christmas time, but someone had bought it, just bought it when I asked about it, and then Worm Womper I think was the other one that was sold already.
Yeah, I got that from Luke, just a few weeks ago.
I might need to search the internet and see what's up on the eBays right now and see if I can find some new stuff for my 125 because I'm kind of been slacking a little bit on that. Hey, what's happening, sir? Saboteur. Good to see you. Worm Womper, the OG Plants vs. Zombies.
Yeah, really.
That's true.
Worm Womper really ramps up smooth game. Yeah, I mean I've seen it. I've never played it. And
I played it very little, Chuck. It's fun.
I could not find an auto fire on that one, Pete. I tried.
No?
It may exist, but I'm not sure what it is.
Well, I'll get the manual out and I'll scan it and send you a copy.
Yeah, I like the way it looks too. Physics says, anyone here mess with the Commodore? I personally love Library, even though it was before my time. The Commodore 64. I mean, I always I played a lot of games on it. I actually had a Commodore VIC-20 from kind of like secondhand from my forgot where I got it from someone in my family. They're like, here's a, everybody was at the time was Nintendo or a television or Atari or like it was kind of that era. It's actually before Nintendo, sorry. And everybody's like, oh, here, have this VIC-20. I'm like, it's not even a Commodore 64. But yeah, I have it on emulation, and the sad thing is I tried to pull it up during the stream of the VIC-20 because I was like, I remember that game Tooth Invaders, which is a stupid game, but I remember it and I wanted to play it, and I pop it in, and the emulator actually comes up to the blue load screen. It's like it has the cursor flash, and I'm like, so I got to load the game. So like I pull up a virtual keyboard and try my hardest to type in load asterisk. (8,1), and the people in the chat are like, oh, you got to load it like this. I'm like, okay, got it. And I go it and it goes, press play on tape. And I'm like, play. Does it realize it doesn't know it's emulating. I'm like, the computer thinks the emulation's so good. And then they has a play button. So I hit the virtual play button. It says, can't detect tape deck. And I'm like, oh my God, never mind. So every game's like that on that emulator. I'm like, who made that emulator? But yeah, the Commodore 64 Ghostbusters was the one I remember the most. There was a couple other ones.
That one for the Commodore 64.
Yeah, that was Dreadnought Factor. No, we haven't played it as a challenge, but that's a great game too. A nice little shooter.
I don't, Jeff, you do not have Dreadnought Factor, right?
I do not. I was between Dreadnought Factor and Worm Womper.
Well, you made a good choice. Dreadnought Factor is a great game though too.
Yeah. Text adventure games on Commodore 64 were amazing. I remember going over, I don't know, it was like a bunch of kids playing, and mind you, this is early 80s, and I was over, and they had this group of kids. It was doesn't matter what the whole thing, but all the older kids were playing the text adventure on this game. They were like lighting candles, and the room was all dark, and everybody's like, okay, go left. You see an open window, but you hear someone screaming in the distance. Now what do you do? And you're like, open window. It was stuff like that, and and I had one for my VIC-20 as well. And the thing that sucked is I was playing it for like, I don't know, a month, telling it to do stuff and telling it go west, go east, walk, pick up, do this, do that. It was all those type of commands, And then all of a sudden I read the manual, and there's a little thing at the end of the instruction manual that says, there is no end to this game. It's purely entertainment. So like there was no way to win the game. You can't win the game. I was like, well, I stopped playing. I was like, I'll never play this again. Like, you got to have that's the whole purpose, was trying to get the guy out of the house or win the game. That like, there's no, like it was said something like that. This game can't be won. There is no end. This is just for entertainment, And so they had to state that in the back. I'm like, that's the worst. That's like, getting like a new game and going, yeah, I can't wait to beat this. And they're like, well, you can't. Like, what? Yeah, load asterisk, (8,1) did it, but it was at the emulator. Now, I bet if I had a regular computer, it would have worked. But Megadan, what's happening, sir? Good to see you. Very good to see you. Try load 8 and drop the 1. I'm going to try a couple different versions. Beam Rider. Now, Beam Rider's on Intellivision as well. That was another Activision title. I actually really enjoyed it. It's like a flat Tempest. Were any challenges this week? Yeah, we did Demon Attack, and Papa Pete smoked us in that. This is his second win in a row. But yeah, we just did Demon Attack. Born, what's happening? No, we just did a poll, and Burger Time lost out to Beauty and the Beast, but it'll be back on next week's poll to see what we'll do. But this week's challenge will be the what did I just say? Beauty and the Beast. Great Text Adventure is also Robotos of Dawn by Epix. Well, that's pretty cool. You have to look it up. Yeah, check out Pete's stream or video, I should say, on Demon Attack. He did a great job. Went through almost 3 bosses. Because I've never made it up past the 3rd one ever. But I can't wait to like redo it. Got a lot of Commodore 6. Oh, Wizard of War on that too. Spy versus Spy. I kind of remember that too. I also remember, was it on Texas Instruments computer? There was I think it was Texas Instruments. There was Munchman, which was like a reverse Pac-Man. You basically make the maze as your Munchman, your little green Pac-Man dude goes through the maze. He actually leaves a trail behind him.
Kurt's got Congo Bongo. That's one of the ones that I still need. That's a hard one to get.
Me too.
Yeah.
What was Congo? Oh, that's the Sega one. I always get Tropical Trouble, and Tropical Trouble is like the Beauty. It still has Buford from Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Congo Bongo. You have a box though, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I knew you're getting it. Oh, that's such a beautiful. Talk about a colorful box, a giant Sega logo.
Yeah, exactly. But that's a repro box. I got repro boxes from a television collector for the ones I didn't have, except for the ECS games.
Yeah,
there's a couple of ECS games or 3 ECS games that I need as well that I don't have repro boxes for.
Yeah, that's another I need to get all those too. I always wish I could go to like a flea market or garage sale and someone goes, "Yeah, we just got this old box of games. Here you go, $20." You know, and I buy them and open it up, and there's like Rare and Intellivision, like Spiker, and
that's right.
Look, everybody wishes that, you know, but
yeah.
And I'm sure that somewhere out there's going to be something like that, you know. Lance says Dr. J versus Larry Bird was awesome on the Commodore Amiga. Also, TV Sports Football, Defender of the Crown. There's a homebrew of that on Intellivision. Lemmings and Arkanoid. Lemmings. Oh man, Lemmings is on 3DO too. I don't know. It's an okay game for the time. I'm just saying it's kind of. I got done playing that Worms on Evercade, which I barely even played it because I thought it was really awful. Three of those that collection with all 3 of those games were terrible, in my opinion. I'm not trying to get anybody mad that loves Worms, but I thought it was just a lazy effort to put that card out, you know. But I'm sure there's people that just love the Worms series and they'll like that, you know.
But was it the games that was it the quality of the port, or was it the original game itself that wasn't very good?
I didn't get I understood that you're supposed to have 2 teams. Now, mind you, you know, the Evercade handheld is a single person experience. So
precisely, yep.
But you got to make 2 teams, and then you just control these tiny little worms, and they're almost like the size of lemmings. You can barely see them. They're like, meep, 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 meep. And it's kind of cute little funny animation, but it's like, so then you just like aim and you'd bomb each other. I did not find it. I didn't like it. I couldn't pick it up and play. I had to, like the first one, I couldn't even get the game to start because I didn't know they were supposed to highlight one team, then put an asterisk next to another team, then hit OK on that, then go back to the menu, then hit start, I'm like, dude, I just want to put it in, start it up and play it, you know. And if I can't do that, I'm going past it, you know.
I don't have that one for the Evercade. I had Worms Armageddon on the Dreamcast. I still have that one.
That one's on there. That one I think is no. I don't think that one's. It might be on there.
But it was fun. But that's the difference between the big graphics. Maybe it'll be better with the verses.
Yeah, that's what I want. Like I want to get the verses for sure. Oh, I love Defender of the Crown. I have it complete in box. It's awesome, dude. That is awesome. Maybe I should break out Raid Over Moscow.
I love that game. Raid Over Moscow and Beachhead were my 2 favorite.
Worms Collection, one of the Evercade collections I passed. Yeah, the only reason I got it, I'm kind of going back and trying to collect everything in order because I was kind of getting sporadic with my collecting. That's what I was doing. I was getting stuff I liked, like Namco 2. Then I switched over to Intellivision. Then I got one of the arcade carts. And I was like, I kind of want to, as a collector, I want them all. So I'm going to start going in order. So now I've got like, I think 16. I got 1 through 12 in order, and then I got 18, 21, and then I got a Data East Arcade number 2. So it's kind of like I gotta like get everything in the order to fill in between. But
I was gonna skip any cartridge for Evercade. It would be Worms. I love Worms, but the cartridge sucks. It really does.
It does.
Really?
It really does. And maybe that and that being my first experience ever in Worms, it kind of ruined it for me then. So it's like I didn't even care about it.
My favorite is still Worms Armageddon on Dreamcast. We played that so much. Someone was talking about, was it Phaseus? Is that how you pronounce the name? I'm not even sure.
Phaseus. Yeah.
I think Epic started the links and they ran into some financial trouble, and then Atari came in and I think picked them up, and I think they continued to make to help design the links, if I remember right. And then Atari, of course, put it out under their name, but Epix did have a part in that, a big part actually.
Kurt says, "I love the Atari Soft logo intro on the Intellivision. Yeah, it has that big like rainbow, isn't it? Like flashing and stuff too. Yeah, it looks really cool on Pac-Man Defender and Centipede. And I got all three of those, the pink boxes.
And you do have the Atari Soft Pac-Man too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the harder one to get for sure. I don't have that one. I have the INTV one.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I have I have the INTV one. Okay. I don't have. It's a pink box. That's why it's next to my other two. But yeah, it's the I got the regular Intellivision one.
That's friggin' hard to get, that Atari Soft one. I find you don't see it on eBay very often.
Big Black says, "I'm thinking a B-17 bomber, one mission. Who could get the max points and return safely? Hey, that'd be kind of neat. A Buzz Bomber challenge.
There we go. That was on there one week. That was on.
Yeah, we had it on there, right? It lost out pretty bad too.
Yeah.
But I was playing that on the Evercade. It's at least played fairly well on there. I mean, because it's just back and forth and shooting. So like anything like that is pretty easy. But anyways, so we got Beauty and the Beast. I'm pretty stoked on that. I might record that today because I already have my setup right here. So I might do that and jump ahead of today. I literally did Demon Attack like less than an hour before the show started. So it was really hard to jump. And I didn't watch anybody's video till I was done because I was like, maybe I did good. But after I was done, I was like, no, I didn't. I even knew. I was like, I did not do well if I didn't get to the second boss.
Well, it's not that easy. It's a hard game to control.
Now, what do you got coming up? You guys have another one of those live challenges or live head-to-head things coming up that you did last week?
I guess fairly soon, don't you think, Pete? I mean, I
think so. Yeah, we're gonna do Berserk. This is my pick, Berserk, for the Atari 2600. It's going to be on my channel.
Great game.
I was playing that for the first time on the Atari over the weekend. I got a lot of practicing to do, Pete.
Well, you know what? It's a hard game. It really is.
Lance says Coleco Donkey Kong Challenge. I played the heck out of it when I was. It's terrible, but I played the heck out of it as a kid because that's all I had, and I liked it back then. Carnival Challenge, Venture. There's a lot of good ones. A lot of the Coleco, naming off all the Coleco ones now. I don't have Venture though. I have.
I mentioned Venture once too. You said you didn't have it.
I have the cartridge somewhere, but I don't know. I'd have to dig it up. If I find that cartridge, I'll look for it. I also have Diner. Jeff, do you have Diner?
No.
As I say, I know Pete's got Diner.
Yeah, I got Diner.
He's got a nice one. I got the cartridge. That would be a cool one to do. But anyways, yeah. So what you guys got coming up, Pete? What you got coming up? Do you have another 125? You said.
Dig Dug's going to be coming sometime soon, but it will be a couple weeks before it comes out. But I do have some pickup videos to do. I've got a lot of great pickups lately for both my Intellivision and Xbox collection, and some other stuff as well. So that'll probably be about it. I got to get another indie homebrew spotlight in too. I don't know exactly which game I'm going to highlight yet. Could be one of those, or could be one of the ones I've downloaded. But I always have fun with those as well. Yeah. And hopefully we're not seeing the end of the board shortage, but we're starting to see there's some work going into some alternate sources, so we're not as restricted to the ones. And maybe we can get some more of these home brews produced and out to the masses, like from Octonite and from Intellivision Revolution, who actually in Intellivision Revolution, I think he's going to have a lot more games out in May. We're going to see re-releases of Heli and Intellivania and what is that? The Unlucky Pony Adventures.
I can't wait to get that. That's weird. Yeah. It's the box itself. I want it. I just want it. I don't care what it is. I just want it.
But they're all coming out. They're coming out in May, supposedly now. So plus Frankenstein's.
They got the Frankenstein's monster. That's the one I was going to say. That box was cool too, man.
Yeah,
that black and white monsters kind of look. Yeah.
Really so, and Electronite have a lot of great games on the go, but they've just been sort of crushed with the he was supposed to pitch the other day where he has all the overlays and the manuals and stuff all ready to go. He's just waiting for the boards to put in the cartridges.
Yeah,
amazing. But when that all happens,
I'm still waiting on. I'm still waiting on the Sorrow of Galdon Thor, my complete in box.
Same boat, eh? Same boat.
Yep, I'm waiting. Hey, I've waited for other things.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll be waiting for this too. I'm
Patience
fine with it.
is a virtue.
You got to. I mean, what's not like I'm gonna if I complain about it, it's not coming any faster. That's the way I look at any of that type of stuff that's delayed.
I like just looking forward to stuff because once you have it, you end up going and buying something else to wait for to look forward to. So if you have something to look forward to, you wait for something. That's actually a great thing.
Yeah. Lock and Chase Space Battle Challenge. Space Battle be kind of neat.
Pete, maybe if you're a collector, maybe you're just a buyer.
A buyer collector. I'm like a buyer collector.
Half the fun is buying it and waiting.
A few of the things I haven't played. Like there's a few of them. Like my Circus Convoy, like I just watched Papa Pete's stream. I was like, well, I'll just watch this. And I was about to like break it open out of the shrink wrap and pop it in my old Atari. And I was like, you know what? No, I've seen enough of the gameplay. I'm keeping it sealed. And it's the only sealed Atari box. Well, it's homebrew, but
yeah,
but it's such a great game. And then, we were talking about that. We don't know what happened to the other one. It's not out yet.
No.
But anyways, Jeff, what you got coming up on Go Game Go?
We've got open chat coming up. And I just released a video, about 3 hours ago, about this guy.
Oh, I saw that thumbnail. I got to check that out because I am a Pac-Man fan.
I won't say any more than that, but yeah, go check that out. It's pretty cool.
Lance says Las Vegas poker and blackjack. ASTROSMASHED crew versus the shifty-eyed dealer in blackjack. That I could probably make that happen. Because if we're working as a crew to what we're going to do, that would be good for next week. So what I can do is I can put myself on with you guys over my phone because this is how I've been streaming games instead of having to use OBS. I can hook up my original Intellivision or the flashback. I could probably do the flashback; it'd look nicer, and hook that up as the big window, and then we'd be on the side. And then you just tell me what to do to hit stand. So that would actually be fun. Maybe we'll do that next week.
There you go. Maybe we'll do that soon. Yeah.
Did someone say shifty-eyed dealer? John Alvarado, what's happening, sir? What is happening? Pac-Man fever. Steampunk Pac-Man. Yeah, he does look like a steampunk Pac-Man, doesn't he? Yeah, no, we'll do that next week. Yeah, that sounds good. We'll do a shifty-eyed dealer challenge. So we'll have the three of us versus the shifty-eyed dealer in a game of blackjack. We'll start with $100 and see how long it lasts us.
$99 first bet.
Oh, yes. Oh, watch us lose it all. Watch it be like two hands and we're done. Then we bet our $1, and then our $1 makes $2 because it'll just be for yeah, you want to hit on that big one. John says, hi everyone, just listening as I work. Well, and you work a lot, John. You work a lot. That is for sure. By the way, I love that Amico box. If you guys haven't checked out Intellivision YouTube on the unboxing, which I think most of you have, if you're watching this stream, great packaging on the Amico. Just gets me more excited about that. Another thing that I'm patiently waiting for, as well as my home brews and everything else. But anyways, what's this? Savador says, as part of the Amico GameStop, they informed me that I need to update the billing on my pre-order. So when I get the message, order not found. Yeah, by the way, that is GameStop. That didn't have anything to do with Intellivision directly. That was GameStop's system. We kind of talked about this on Wednesday. They have like an auto system, and they're aware it was not, it's not like they don't know that there's no ship date yet. Is their system puts these placeholder dates. And if someone, the admin or whoever runs the site, doesn't change that, the system automatically thinks if the placeholder date says, March 31st, it's going to charge the customer and say it's being shipped because it thinks the system thinks. So it was their system that screwed up on that. So contact them and make sure if you haven't got refunds, if they actually charge, but I don't think anyone actually got charged. I think it was like a pending or something. But if someone did, please contact GameStop because that is all on them, unfortunately. Okay, what's this one here? First deal, Shifty gets a jack and a 7. Astro Smash Crew gets a 10 and a 2.
Double down.
Right? Had to drive this weekend and listen to the whole DJC Intellivision album, including Shifty Eye Dealer. Oh, man, thanks. That's awesome. Yeah, there's a couple of them that got a little cheesy. Like I did like the kids one, which I had my buddy in his, I sing on it. My buddy's daughter, she's, I'm going to say like, God, I'm terrible with, she's a little girl. I don't know. I forgot how old she is, but she was like, she sang on this chorus of the Shark song. So I made it more of like a kid's jingle than anything. So I know that a lot of people were like, well, that's a weird one. I'm like, yeah, it's for kids, you know? But that was, I had so much fun doing that, and I'm going to do more, another Intellivision album. I actually was talking to my buddy today about doing that. Trying to get back in the studio and doing like a next slew of games. So maybe we'll have, maybe I'll throw a poll on my channel and see what people want me to, what songs I can sing about next. But anyways, E King says my GameStop television pre-order is still pending on and I can't get to drop it up. Yeah, and once again, like I said, I know for a fact they knew that was not a ship date, and they're the ones that made that pre-order, that date. Not to get into all this, but yeah. The album is good. Anyone who's not purchased a Do Show, 25 sold and still going strong. Big Block says, I absolutely love the structure of the Cloudy Mountain. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. But anyways, we're going to get going. We went a little over just because I started about 10 minutes later. So, but thanks everyone for watching. So next week you're going to see our results on Beauty and the Beast, and I am excited. Was that Lance that originally said that about the Shifty Eyed?
I will always blame Lance.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, I think it was him. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Whoever had the idea, I'm like so stoked on this now. Yes, we are gonna have a Shifty Eye Dealer challenge. Anyways, so either there was a Big Block. Now I got to know.
It was Lance, but
it was Lance. Okay.
When in doubt, blame Lance.
Thank you, Lance. So we will see you next week for that extravaganza of poker and the Shifty Eye Dealer and Beauty and the Beast. You guys take care.